Here's the misconception that silently distorts everything pop science teaches about spaceflight. You're told that space begins at 100 kilometers up, the Kármán line. Cross it and you're an astronaut. That's technically true, but it's fatally misleading, because altitude is not the hard part. A relatively modest-sounding rocket can lob a payload past 100 kilometers. The problem is, it immediately falls right back down. What keeps the International Space Station orbiting isn't its height, its speed. 28,000 kilometers per hour of sideways speed. That single insight, that orbit is fundamentally about velocity, not altitude, explains why rockets are shaped the way they are, why re-entry is lethal, why astronauts float, and why the first Starship launch might mark the beginning of the most consequential machine humanity has ever built. Isaac Newton saw this clearly in 1687 with a thought experiment. Imagine a cannon on top of a very tall mountain, firing a cannonball horizontally. Fire it slowly, the ball curves downward, hits the ground. Fire it faster, and the ball travels farther before landing. Now fire it at 28,000 kilometers per hour. The ball is still falling. Gravity is pulling it just as hard as gravity pulls you right now, sitting in your chair. But Earth's surface curves away beneath the cannonball at exactly the same rate it drops. The ball keeps falling, and it keeps missing the ground. Forever. That's orbit, not floating, not weightlessness, not some special state of being in space. Perpetual free fall around a curved planet. And everything about spaceflight, every rocket ever launched, every astronaut who ever floated, every first Starship launch and every 100th follows from this single, beautiful, wildly misunderstood idea. This immediately exposes something almost everyone gets wrong. Astronauts on the ISS float, so obviously there's no gravity up there, right? The ISS orbits at roughly 400 kilometers altitude. At that height, Earth's gravitational pull is still about 90% as strong as it is on the surface. 90%. Those astronauts aren't floating because gravity disappeared. They're floating because the station and everything inside it, every wrench, every water droplet, every astronaut, is falling toward Earth at exactly the same rate. It's identical to the weightless feeling you'd experience inside an elevator whose cable. Our full video on this was posted recently. Check it out on our channel profile now.